nerds, 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 nerds.
Hello, Nerd Initiative family. My name is Megan, and this is Matt. And as you know, we are the resident Daredevil fans, #1 fans, Daredevil experts, whatever you want to call us. We understand.
But listen, we're in the cult, all right? I'm in the cult now, especially after these episodes.
I swear, every night this week has been nothing but Daredevil. So, this might as well happen tonight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've got the comic tomorrow. We've had the book come out. We've got the 2 episodes tonight. It's just been Daredevil's world, and we truly are just living in it.
I know. And we have Friday. We are going to watch both episodes with you guys. So it just keeps going.
It does. It does. It does.
So episode 2 and 3 was... everyone was confused why it was a 2-episode night. And honestly, it made the most sense after watching it. Bullseye is back.
He's just out there gallivanting around, just having a good old time.
He's just a looming presence, especially for Vanessa. She is the one stressing about Bullseye, which is fair. You should stress about Bullseye. But also, was Vanessa like high as a kite in these episodes?
Okay, thank you. Okay, that was my first thought. Is she? First of all, I feel like they're setting up her death pretty hardcore. They're doing a lot of foreshadowing because they're talking about an heir. Home is where Fisk is. We can go anywhere and leave this behind. Do you think there's a life? Anytime they start talking about life after whatever it is they're doing, it's not going to end well. And then she just laying on my microphone around. Or she's out in the middle of wherever as she's asleep. She's definitely somebody that is taking all of the drugs because she's probably going to end up dead soon.
But you have to think, they were talking about leaving in conjunction to Karen and Matt doing it too. And what couple is a little too happy to be together right now with their comic counterpart enemy on the loose?
They do a really good job making you feel like nobody is safe. Or they do, but they don't. So they're foreshadowing Vanessa pretty hard while making you think that Karen and Matt are all peachy and everything's going to be okay between the two of them. And then Heather's just off being the worst person that you possibly can ever know. Meanwhile, Kirsten's a badass this whole time. Like,
we knew this.
She is goated after this, in my opinion. We did know it, but these 2 episodes really, that's my girl right there.
She could do no wrong, but Heather. Now, I will admit, I never quite understood the hate for her until these 2 episodes. And I was like, she's on board. She's the worst. Why do you have a Muse mask in your...
Okay. Oh, we got some unpack talking about somebody who needs therapy.
Oh my God, I know.
I was expecting to see more, Muse as she has been kind of having those little moments. Tell me why she pulls a whole dirty Muse mask out. And I was like, oh, okay.
Why does she have it? Why did she keep it?
I'm not one to kink shame, but I think this one's a little weird.
We can kink judge, though. I think that's fair.
We're judging. And yeah, you're right. Why does she have this? Did Fisk just be like, here you go, souvenir. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, was she just at the cops and she's like, do you mind if I take that?
So if I lie for you guys, I just need one. I'm not putting everything all over the place. She goes, I just need one favor. Can I have that mask? And they're like, all right, whatever.
See, I feel like there was a weird phase with her in these 2 episodes. We saw her get a little more evil, get a little more unhinged.
Yeah.
And then Swordsman, who we saw in the first episode, she was changing the answers on his psychological evaluation. And we see the outcome of that is that he was found guilty. And we see her start to tear up and look like she regrets it. So it's like, where are we at with her now?
That's a really good point, because when they pulled the Muse mask out, I'm like, oh, they're going to set up for her to be Muse. But then they really showed her guilt come out there at the end of the trial. And I go, oh, they're going to show us comic accurately. She might meet her demise in an unfun kind of way. And I think what they're doing with her, yes, we hate her, but it is excellent storytelling with her character, because I love a character that is very, multifaceted, different dimensions to them, because there's times where you hate her. There's times where you're like, you know what, I can kind of sympathize, and they come around, and they do a really good job with making this world feel a little too real at times with everything going on. And I'm sitting there and go, I don't know that I should do this episode tonight because y'all are really testing me. And so
I
I'm
was
gonna,
stress eating ice cream during this one because I was like, okay, guys, well, okay, too real.
it was.
Relax.
And this is all with the trials and the way everything's going on. It's all very real. And so yeah, I'm love hating Heather, but it's the way that the actress is playing her so well, and the way that the writers have written her so well, that you really don't know where she's going at this moment.
Yeah, exactly that. And it almost feels like they're setting up for her to like to have her like come to Jesus moment where she's like, "Oh, Daredevil isn't bad." Which also stop putting Muse and Daredevil in the same category because you were there. One tried to kill
Did
you and one
you
tried to
not
save
see
you.
Daredevil like put his billy club through Homeboy's shoulder and pull him back from killing you when he was coming up with the knife?
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. Daredevil straight did not try to kill you. He saved your life, and you're putting him in the same category as Muse. I thought that was kind of out of pocket.
Yeah, and Muse is not a vigilante.
He's
Muse is
also
a
not.
villain.
He's a murderer. He kind of
Yeah.
had a lot of bodies stacked, and um yeah, like openly murdering people. So I'm kind of confused how she gets off just putting these two in the same sentence, and she's just drinking the Kool-Aid, as a lot of these characters kind of are forced to, such as Sheila. But who I really came around this episode on
Who?
was Buck.
I know.
Do
I
I like
know.
Buck? And,
I
and
know.
am I rooting for Buck?
He's in his Wesley era. I had
Yeah,
no respect for him in the first season because he was just
none.
Wilson's yes man. He was nothing to me.
He's a guy.
This season, he is Wesley, and that's what Wilson needs.
He's Wesley, but he has a little bit more like
Swag.
riz to him. Yeah, the
Yes, he
swag is
does.
there. I enjoyed at the governor's dinner when he's kind of sitting there talking to Heather. Like, first of all, I'm thinking, Heather, go die. But with Buck, I was like, okay. And then he kind of talks about Daniel. And he's like, oh, he's growing on me. And you get a little bit of his backstory, how, whether it's true or not, we don't know if he was British Special Forces or anything. But, he showed a little bit of personality. And that really went a long way with me this episode.
Same. And I was low key. I was like, him and Heather, like, they would look good together.
I actually, yeah, I was thinking that too. I go, good for them. I was thinking good for them. Yeah, y'all are really jacked up. You're really messed up. You got a lot of problems. You're working for the bad guy. But if there ever were redemptions for people, maybe they could live a quiet life and get some really good therapy one day.
Or they could just be two little baddies together.
They
I
could,
mean,
you know?
no matter who they are, they can't change their looks and they look good.
They did. They did. And when they were sitting together, I liked that. Good for Vanessa playing matchmaker out there,
High
even
ass
though she was
Vanessa.
high the whole time.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm
Whatever.
not to judge, whatever.
No.
But they're not the characters we've discussed aren't even the ones that stuck out in this episode. Let's talk about Karen, who this isn't normal Karen. This is not works for the avocados at law
She's a
Karen.
little Frank Castle Karen.
She is and I think that crossed Matt's mind in the second
Oh, it
episode.
definitely did. He's standing there
You
all
saw it.
shirtless, looking like a snack. Like,
I
he goes,
know.
"You want to do what?" And that. Well, first of all, when she brought that dude in to kind of like torture him, I go, "Oh, okay, Karen. Hey, all right." And then from there, she was talking about, "Hey, it's time to go hunt them back." And I go, "She kind of got a point, though." And then they were talking
Right.
about like, because they were referencing Frank, weren't they? When they were he's kind of got a point. He gets things done.
Yeah, and I think Matt was like, "How dare you?" Because remember, Matt did hear Frank's heartbeat
Yeah.
in season 1, so he knows Frank has feelings for her.
Yeah.
And here we are. She's talking him up, but I will say her hinting at where Frank is, 100% perfect promotion for Frank's special.
Yeah, I kept expecting him to show up still. When there was that moment when they're doing the big prison breakout in the end of episode 3, and one of the cops goes down, and I was like, "Oh, is it Frank?" And then it's just Karen being the little badass that she is. But my whole time I'm sitting there, I go, is Megan ready to admit that Karen is turning a corner this little couple episodes for her?
This Karen I like. past Karens, miss starting business, getting in people's business that wasn't yours, little pick me Karen. No, this is redheaded Karen.
You know,
I
she put
like
that wig
redheaded
on,
Karen.
redhead. She got real like assassin real quick. And I go, all
And
right,
she killed someone,
she
and
did.
Matt heard it, and I'm very excited to see that fight play out.
Yeah, because you know that's when I thought Frank showed up because
Yeah.
she shot and she wasn't really wrong. And then also, I mean, there was a bunch. Matt kind of put them in that situation at the same time, so it's kind of on Matt. You know, there was some lead up there that they're not seeing fully eye to eye, and then the plan was to expose the weapons, but then obviously the room full of prisoners of people that aren't vigilantes, they just were kidnapped and put in cages, and so they're escaping out. And he's like, I couldn't leave them. I'm like, no, he couldn't. And I liked that one shot that they did with that whole fight sequence was just insane. And when he
Yes.
breaks the little pipe and he gives it to Swordsman, and you get that little smile of Swords, I'll go, this is peak.
I did not expect Swordsman to have such a big presence, and I'm so grateful for it. Because before I was like, it's just Swordsman, it's cool. And now I'm like, I would die for him.
This really takes me back to, you know, what Marvel did so well for so long was they gave these characters that nobody's going to seek out and care about. Like, who's
No.
going to pick up a Swordsman book? Who's going to say Swordsman's their favorite Marvel person ever?
Yeah.
But they really built him up. You know, that we got his introduction in Hawkeye, and then in this particular, you really feel for him because he's not getting a fair trial and he's very aware of it. And then, you know, he's now getting to just whoop everybody's tails. He hops in the big, you know, MRAP there and gets everybody out. And that's my boy. I will die for this man right here on site.
He's just so lovable. Like, when he was being found guilty, he's like, I know, they're gonna do it. And
It's
I was
all
like,
for show. Yeah.
"Kid, he's the
Just wanted
smartest
to
one in
like,
the show."
come here, man. Come
Yeah.
here. Like, give that man a
And
hug.
and also, like, Daredevil, I understand you don't wanna kill people, but now's not the time.
You know,
Like,
listen,
he's
if Matt
breaking
were to break
arms,
his
he's breaking
rule,
necks and stuff. He does not care. But if we shoot them, it's bad. Why give him a quick death
it's
when
the
we can give him
Batman
the
method.
Batman? It's the Batman method.
You know, he's real high and mighty when there were some times when he was over there, like really taking it to these guys. And I think it was like episode 2, and he like breaks that dude's back and smashes his head against the post. I go, now, Matthew, um, hey, dude, like, I get we don't kill, but are, are we, well, his heart was beating when I left the scene. All right. All right. Okay. But that's, come on, bro. Come on.
It just makes no sense to me. It's just like, I get it. You don't want to kill people. I get it. But those people are killing people, buddy. They're
Look,
trying to kill a lot of people.
they are doing really. I mean, Officer Powell is leading the charge. At the end, you saw it. They blew up the ship. They killed the
Yeah.
people on the ship, and Matt was horrified. And it's like, dude, these guys' deaths are kind of justified. And then it bleeds into that whole existential, like, do you kill a few to save a bunch? And I think it does personally, but that's like a whole philosophical nuance. Like,
And we're not heroes.
I don't have Catholic guilt. I'm gonna, that's not my problem.
Look, I'm taking out who's ever trying to take me out.
I mean, yeah, not to mention these people are going after kids and they're putting innocent people in cages. And
Yeah.
Matt still thinks that the system works, but then the beauty of it is they show the system doesn't work with the way it's so rigged against. And even the justices were like, the way the laws are written, our hands are tied, and you already knew what was going to happen. And I thought Matt was going to take his mask off and reveal who he was to Kirsten when he was in her office, though.
I didn't, because he said stay over there.
Fair. That makes sense. I was caught up in the moment when he was there, but I'm glad that I knew that they were going to allude to something as she was taking note of everything. I go, oh, this is going to be cool.
Yeah. And plus, like, oh, did we even mention how genius Fisk is throughout these entire episodes?
We have not gotten a Fisk
Like,
yet. I think we should definitely touch on this because he is
first of all,
diabolical, and I
love it.
listen.
I
Hats
love it.
off, good sir, with my crazy hair right now, but hats off because you're playing the game.
And you have no other players. He is the winner here so far. So okay. Fisk goes and tells all of New York that Matt Murdock is a hero, that he needs help. He is missing. He needs help. He's just a
He's just a
poor
poor
little
blind guy. He
man.
doesn't know where he's at.
He needs help from you people. So now everyone is looking for him, and he's very aware he's also Daredevil. So he knows the bad guys are looking for Daredevil, the good guys are looking for Matt Murdock. Genius.
Yeah, I really think we're gonna get the reveal that everybody's gonna find out who he is, that it's coming. They are setting this up and they're teasing us, but Fisk essentially being goes, no, we're not gonna tell because Matt Murdock saved my life, so I can't spin this as he's a bad guy because he chose to save the mayor, and so that was genius. And then you see the other side of him basically threatening Daniel. Daniel's peeing his pants as he's like, BB, what are we doing? Like, please don't do this. And but you also show a side of Daniel where he's actually pretty smart and he's reading up on people and he knows and he digs into people. And that's when Buck even was like, hey, maybe not everybody is who they say they are. And then Fisk at the end goes, you know what to do. Tough luck, and gets rid of everything there. And there's so many parallels between that they are just doing, such as Fisk and Vanessa in bed together, Matt and Karen in bed. The parallels are genius in how they really are two sides of the same coin.
They are, and I do think that Daniel is going to be in the role of Fisk's son because it
yes.
makes sense. Fisk isn't going to have sons.
They alluded to it. They talked
Yeah.
about having the heir, and then they even like referenced Daniel potentially being that heir at the governor's dinner. Or Buck did, I should say.
Well, yeah. But it makes the most sense. And Daniel, as soon as Fisk said, is there anyone in this office that you need to protect? And he said, just you. I know they're the bad guys. I know. But I was like, oh.
Again, that's great writing because, you know, the actors are doing amazing. The writing, everything is firing on all cylinders because those are the things where you're not supposed to root for these kind of people, but then you find yourself sympathizing still. And you're just like, dang. Wow. What? And then you get caught up in your feelings. You go, wait a second, they're putting people in cages. What am I doing? And
exactly.
Just so well done.
And I feel like every character we were meant to see showed out these 2 episodes, especially Angela.
With
White
the tire
Tiger
slashing, she got the amulet. Oh, my girl was on one. She stole their guns and radios even, and then got the keys. I was like,
White Tiger is back. She is carrying the mantle.
Yes.
And we are all here for it. And she did more than
she did some pretty heavy lifting. Granted, Matt was out there beating everybody down, but like Angela was out there thieving everything, and she got the vehicle and she got people to safety. And honestly, you know, the women in these 2 episodes, they really like were the forefront and really showed out in a lot of cool, unique, various ways. And I'm loving how they're writing them. I'm just loving everybody. This is amazing. If the vision is there and it just blows my mind, and I want to binge this, but I don't want it to be over too fast.
I know we're already we're at 4 next week.
I know we're about halfway there already.
I'm stressed. We haven't seen Jessica Jones.
I keep expecting her to. Because they keep adding these fights at the end, and they keep making you think, like when Josie's bar had that knock, I was like, oh, it's Jessica. But then it was the cop warning her, essentially, Josie. And then the place got raided and Matt's beating him down, and man, they build the suspense. That's another thing they're doing. I'm stressed throughout these episodes as well, in like the best way.
It was masterful work throughout both episodes, and bravo for actually doing both episodes.
Yes.
Because like, let's be honest, we would have been so blue-balled if they would have left that one episode.
We would have been mad. Not mad. It would have been more of like, how could you do this to us, Disney?
I would have been mad.
What are we doing? Please. I mean, I would have been mad and be like, I need this other one now, just like I am, you know, but I'm never going to be satisfied until I have the whole thing. And then I'm going to want more anyway. So
we'll never be satisfied. We're a very, very spoiled fandom.
And this is no hands down like the best thing out there right now. I'm enjoying every moment of this. There's so many good TV shows across, especially right now, between, you know, what Apple's doing and Amazon and Disney. Like, everybody is doing really well on the television side, but this just reminds you that, Marvel still got it. Daredevil, I never want Daredevil to go away. Like, I want Charlie. If I want somebody to play till he's 90, it's Charlie Cox, damn it.
Yeah, because we could even get old man Daredevil.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care. Just keep him there. Do you
Yeah.
have to do his little flippy doos all over? Just
No, I could forever till he's 90. Till
Yeah.
he's 90.
Until I die, he can stop.
Yeah, if I'm on this earth, I need him as long as I'm alive. Once I die, you're released. I release you. My last words are, I release you. And my wife's like, what are you talking about? And then you'll see Charlie Cox has then passed away the mantle of Daredevil. Oh. My living will just says at the end, and to Charlie Cox, I give you your freedom back.
So we are all very tired.
Yes, it is late. Marvel kept
Yes.
us up late. Let's go ahead and wrap this iteration up.
Yes. So thank you everyone for watching this. Be sure to like, subscribe, all things Nerd Initiative, because we have so many things coming out. New comic book day. Tomorrow we have a roundtable to talk about Enemy of My Enemy, the Daredevil
Yes.
novel. We have our rewatch of these 2 episodes on Friday. We have Saturdays for the boys. Then we have Man Without Fear Monday. If you like Daredevil, you're gonna love us.
You're gonna be eating here at Nerd Initiative, hands down. No, there's no other outlet that's covering Daredevil the way we are, and I'm gonna go ahead and stand on that. So
100%, because we're obsessed and we're okay with that.
yeah,
Someone
and then
needs to be.
Saturday you'll see us at Third Eye Comics because we are gonna go and meet up together. Me, Sean, and Megan will all be at Third Eye Comics where Stephanie Phillips will be signing, and maybe we'll have a little giveaway after the signing for Daredevil fans. We'll have to see. No, don't want to promise anything too soon yet. So
Yes, and she will be signing Daredevil comics because
Yes.
Daredevil is every day, all day.
every day.
So with that being said, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week.